hopefully it's better this time. Sorry for the false start. All right. Hello, everyone. I might be a bit laggy. Don't freak out on me if I am. My computer is doing whatever it wants to do. We're going to paint my Cruella today. You can see I'm all super laggy. Because apparently my computer is using 50% of the thingy. Well, let me get myself situated real quick, since I am San's assistant again. So I'm actually going to be doing something a little different with Cruella. So I'm actually switching from watercolors to... I need a palette. I'll be using acrylic ink. One of the many random palettes we have. I don't know why my computer doesn't like me. Settings maybe? Trimming. Output. The bit rate a little bit. Apply. See if that helps a little bit. Don't see anyone in chat yet, so might just be me. It's a little better. We might end up getting a slow-mo version of this. Let's see what's in here. Oh, well, the acrylic. That's where I can use you. This was the palette I used. This. Give me a shout out if you're here. See how slow and laggy it is. It's not terrible. Alright. While all of you are doing nothing, because nobody's in the chat. Hey, Jesse. you doing? Alright. I do need some of this. Am I all super laggy? Hey, Zeph. So sneak peek for you guys. I'm going to probably be painting this tomorrow. My Poison Ivy. Guest starring Audrey too. I couldn't help myself. Frozen Tundra, huh? Oh, I missed shading this part of her. Oh, Thank you. Yeah, I'll be flying solo till Connor changes his classes, so I might end up, if it gets extra quiet, I might end up throwing on some music. Gets too quiet, I should say. But I'm going to give everybody a couple more minutes to come in. How's everybody doing today? Oh, this art isn't cool enough for you? I have to get cooler? All right. She's ready for paint and ink tomorrow. I know. I was just giving you hell. Let's see. Yeah, I was freezing all day today. I'm wearing one of Tommy's flannel shirts because it's cold. Well, cold for me, anyway. I don't care how cold it is for you guys. It was like in the 40s today. Unheard of. Okay, Jen. Lurk, lurk, lurk. So we're going to use some different stuff, what I was saying before everybody jumped in stream. Let me see here. Is this... Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to use, because I've never used them before, and of course you do it on a awesome painting. But I'm going to use acrylic ink, Holbein acrylic ink. I don't know if you guys can see that. Boom. Yeah. So I kind of like how super stark it is. So I'm not going to be too messy. I'm going to be pretty tight with this. Because I was trying to figure out how I wanted to go about doing this, you know, and typically we're, you know, very messy and organic, but I thought since she was very put together and poised, I would kind of mimic that with the way I paint it. That's just actually a load of malarkey and a pretty way of saying that I'm just going to paint it like I drew it and keep it pretty tight. It's the flowery version. So I finished Twin Peaks today, and it was a heck of a place to stop. Let me tell you, sheesh. If I had to wait, God knows how long. Hey. If I had to wait, God knows how long for the sequel or for the follow-up, with the potential of never having a follow-up, that would suck. I could see why all the fans were really upset, but happy that something came out of it. Okay. How you doing, Sierra? Are you off today? Or are you just hanging out? Where is my... Does this have ink in it? No. Of course it doesn't. Just looking for a brush pen. What about this one? Ah, that looks good. I see Tommy stole a lot of markers that I had. Stole a lot of my pencils that I didn't even know he took. Oh, that's awesome. Continue to lurk in this channel and make conversation. All right. Doesn't work out like I planned. All right. Let's do this. She's a little tall. Hold on. Can you guys see okay? Or is my head in the way too much? There we go. Wunderbar. I'm going to start up here and then go down. Mostly because, oh, this doesn't work. Excellent. Oh, there's my problem. It's kind of been one of those days for me. Like, oh, I'll just use this awesome pen. Nope. My bad. I lied. Just kidding. Let's find another one. I don't know what kind of ink this has in it, though. So I went to Magic Kingdom for Tommy's birthday with Connor and Sierra, and it was awesome. We had a lot of fun. We went to see Pandora, and Pandora is the Avatar world in Hollywood Studios. So it was great. It was a lot of fun. That's better. Now I'm not blinding myself. Shout at me if my head's blocking because I can't monitor the stuff. I decided to do the black first. Mostly because I just really wanted to. There's my reasoning. Good Castillo reasoning. There's some originals up on eBay. They, well, the Batman sold like 2 minutes after I posted it. And then there's, are you saying okay or calling me an asshole, daughter? And then there's, what else is there up there? There's an Alice in Wonderland piece with Alice and the Rabbit. Then there's a what else is there? I can't think of it. But there's like 4 or 5 pieces, and I'll be putting up more tomorrow. I'll be putting up a couple of other Alice pieces, and let's see what else. Couple other Alice pieces. Probably this one because I'll have it finished. What else? There we go. It's weird, everybody's color from my phone and my chat, like on screen, are completely different. So I look and Sierra's green on mine, and then I look over and she's yellow over there. It confuses me. I really liked the pencils on this. So I ended up photographing it, you know, in the pencil stage, just because I liked how it turned out. And I'm actually thinking of, because I'll be streaming by myself, which I want everybody's opinion on this, so if you're in the chat, please, please, please weigh in. I've got, since I don't have an assistant or someone to really talk with me, you know, like this, like I used to with Tommy, and the chat kind of runs quiet. I was actually thinking of putting, you know, just playing some music during chat, you know, my typical work mix. But I wanted to know if you guys, if that would matter to you guys or not after the fact, because it'll mute it out if it's copywritten music. So if you guys go back to watch, it won't have any sound. Does that matter to you guys? I don't have wonderful pearls of wisdom like Tommy used to, so I was just curious if you guys cared one way or the other. I can't decide, what I want to do. Yeah, I guess most people just kind of watch it for the sake of watching, like, just the creation of the art. So I guess most people just don't really care if the conversation's there. Yeah, and I think maybe it'll encourage people to tune into the stream when it's on so that they can actually hear what's going on. That's my thought, maybe. It's not like we're, changing the world through our chat conversations, right? Yeah, because I was talking with No Flutter, Jen, because she does this. And, I just didn't know, like, what kind of response I would get. Kind of feel like this is like one of those old school from like the 80s, the Vidal Sassoon advertisement, where it's all super graphic, with the bold colors. The artist with the chicks with the super short haircuts. He was super popular in the 80s. I have no idea what his name is. But you've seen it in like every friggin' furniture store ever. It's the girl with the big pantsuit, just like that. You know who I'm talking about. Hey, Brett. How you doing? Thanks for joining me on stream. I'm doing all right. I kind of had a couple funky days, or yesterday and today were kind of funk days. Not having Tommy and that kind of thing. But I had a great time. on his birthday. I went to Magic Kingdom with my my mom and Connor and Sierra. You know, they're like my adopted kids. So, and then I had some No Flutter and her husband over and her daughter Sophie on Saturday. And then on Sunday I went to Epcot with actually with a friend of ours who's also Tommy's doctor. Was one of Tommy's doctors. And we went to Epcot. I missed you too. Can't wait. You know, it's funny. I kind of can't wait to get back onto the road. I miss the travel. You know. I never thought being stuck at home for a couple months would make me go stir crazy, but it kind of is. Yeah, I was telling everyone how I was frozen the last couple days because it's been like, I don't even know. What did I say? Like 40s? The dogs just kind of run out, pee on the back porch, and then leave. No, it's not fun. I can't ride my motorcycle either. It sucks. Mostly because it's just cold. I mean, I could actually ride my motorcycle if I wanted to, but riding in that kind of weather sucks. So, taking a tally, what kind of characters do you want to see me do? Anything exciting or fancy? I was thinking of doing a cool Batman. Everybody loves Batman. I don't know if you know this, but we Castillos are a little prolific. And by we, I mean mostly Tommy, but I got good news though. The I had thrown out there to people a couple weeks ago. And if you had art that Tommy did in the from there's a clip in my hair from 2011 to 2013 to photograph it and take a picture of it because I had a computer error, but I think I fixed the computer error, so I hopefully, cross my fingers, will have the rest of the stuff that I'm missing. Moment of truth now. As I smear. Who cares? And I'm going to be updating this channel site as well, so that the description is more based on, the fact that I'm doing all the streaming now. But I do have some old streams from when Tommy and I first started that I'm going to put up as well. Oh yeah, definitely going to back it up. So the black that I'm using is the pen that I'm using is a high-end kanji actual brush pen from this brand. Acacia. But this is like their cheapo brush, and this is their $60 pen brush that's refillable. It's like the fountain pen of brush pens, basically. And it's whatever their ink, and it's Sumi ink. Because I just like I like how black the Sumi ink gets. And I am a huge fan of, like, contrast. Super bold contrast. So, and you guys will see that as I continue to draw and paint. Be not afraid of color. Well, I was brilliant and was like, I'm going to use a 9B. So you breathe in the pigment, you breathe in the pigment smears. Or the graphite. There we go. Well, you know what? I want to use a liner for that piece. My hands are not that steady right now. Hey, there's my cool. I had one too many cups of coffee today, so I got to wash my hands. Real quick. Just want to get this one piece. Yeah, definitely. Hold on. Okay, no, that's not it. That's a zebra. Hold on, I got fucking a billion of them. Okay. It is, I'm going to type it in right here. A-K-A-S-H-I-Y-A. Apparently my autocorrect wants to autocorrect it to AKA shit. That's funny. There you go. So this is their normal brush pen, which was what I was originally going to use. But it didn't have its ink. This is the bamboo one. I want to say this was like 40, 50 bucks. But it's amazing because it's real hair. And the durability of it is just phenomenal. And you can get refillable. I do text AKA shit a lot. I'm a cursor. You can get these inserts on Amazon. The refill is SKI 200. But you can also get a fountain pen cartridge refiller, so you can use your favorite inks with it. And you don't need to obviously use black. You use whatever color you want. I've got a couple brush pens, high-end brush pens. Here's another one. And then the one that I was going to use originally Now these are all different brands, and it just depends on the firmness of the brush. But they all do the same job. And this company actually, I like this company because it used to make Sumi brushes back like in like 1500s, you know, in feudal Japan. They have a whole history of it's still family owned after all this time, and I don't know. I just think it's cool that they have companies that are that long, you know, like that long standing. I just think it's neat. And this is just a rote ring art pen. Fine. It's just a fountain pen tip for the thin line. Because I don't trust my my shaky hands with this fine line that I need right here. Yeah, I really, you know, I like learning about all that stuff, and yeah, as you guys will see, I'm a pen nut. I'm a high-end fountain pen nut. And I always made the joke that when I make my first million, I'm gonna buy myself like a $3,000 fountain pen for absolutely no reason, other than I'm gonna have a $3,000 fountain pen and I'll be a fucking millionaire. But yeah, I like the fountain pens. You know, you get what you pay for with that kind of stuff. I mean, usually when I'm on the road, I'll just take the, you know, these disposable guys. No, you're not allowed to BRB, sir. Hopefully I'm not blocking everybody's view. I'm trying to keep my head out of the way. Not too shabby. Let's just continue. So of my selection of pens that I'm going to be using, I got the fine rote ring pen, this zebra with a bold but then like a real fine nib, which is super flexible, the brush pen, which I did all of this. I pulled a Faber-Castell Eco Pigment. I don't know what the difference is from regular Faber-Castells, but there you are. Never used it before. And then I've got a Pentel Stylo, which I've never used, but it's got a weird funky tip. So there we go. Alright. How about we listen to some tunes? I gotta turn the volume way down though. I've got Dolby surround sound over here. Alright, and we are hooked up to Tommy's phone. This is my work mix. It's on Spotify under Sammy Work Mix. There's over 300 songs. From Green Day to... I don't know, can you guys hear that? That's better. I don't know what too loud is, so you tell me if you guys can hear this or not. they say that's good. I don't know. Is it too loud? Give me feedback. Could be a touch louder. How's that? How's that? Excellent. This is my normal work mix. What I normally listen to when I'm drawing or painting. Although I probably won't be singing quite as loud. Thank you. Well, this will go all over the place from, you know, I've got Pink and Eminem. Pink, Eminem, Taylor Swift's on here, Green Day, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Matchbox 20, Etta James, whatever I like is on here. I think I got some 50 Cent on here too. The only thing I don't like about some of this Sumi brush ink is that it can bleed out a little bit depending on the paper. And I fudged. Where's mine? Nope, that's blue. I don't want blue. Where's white? I'll fix it later. I don't know white, do I? I fudged. Oh well, we'll fix it. What did you hope to learn about him? Oh, someone else would this all fall apart. Strange where you I wish the real world would just stop absolutely. Come on. What do we think of the inks on the Cruella so far? Apparently it's just playing the Sing soundtrack. Which was a wonderful movie, by the way. Oh my gosh. Look at her butt. You guys will get lots of singing from me.
Oh my gosh. Look at her butt. Oh my gosh. Look at her butt.
Yeah, this hat is pretty toasty. That Spanish song, I spent a friggin' 6 months trying to find out what song that was in this. And it's called the Ketchup Song. Yes, he did both. He painted, well, not cards for not cards for D&D because they didn't have them, but he did module illustrations for them. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? For Magic, I don't remember what cards he did. There were a lot, but I don't remember exactly. I don't think he ever kept track around that time for that kind of stuff, because that was, we're not listening to that. Guns N' Roses. We'll listen to Guns N' Roses. Because that was during Tommy's divorce period. So there's like a couple of years where he did a lot of work. And if I have the originals, I know what they are. But he didn't really keep track of that kind of stuff at that point that well. But I definitely know he did. I want to say early 2000s, like late 90s, early 2000s, is when that occurred. You know, one of the hardest things to draw for me on hands is nails. They're a pain in the ass because if you don't get the angle right and get it just right so it looks like it's set into the actual finger, they look stupid as shit. You have the best anatomy, but you get the nails wrong, totally debunks everything. Right, Oliver? He's crying at me. Let me see what Oliver wants. Oliver! What's up, boy? Hi, what's up? Hello. 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 You want to say hi to everybody? Oliver break. Dog break. Hello, dog break. Me too. Now you get me and Oliver. Sorry. We are a very pale, close second. He was a wonderful teacher. Go. Off you go. Go find Uzi. Hey, poodle. Hello, pretty lady. Hi, Liz. Hey, brother. How goes it? Were you? That's awesome. I have heard the tale of Uzi, who's I think sleeping in the living room. Oh, and Jesslyn with the steady hand. It's learning not a lot of pressure. Don't hold the pen or brush too tight, but use your whole arm. So if you notice when I'm doing like a long line, I'm using my whole arm, not rotating from the wrist. I'm drawing from the shoulder. You're gonna try and dry your fingernails. Good luck. I erased hers like 8,000 times too. Not really, not actually 8,000, but a lot. Thank you. Wow, I've been drawing for 30 years. I never thought not to use my wrist. Come on, what do you want? Go lay down. Ah. So when I first started drawing with Tommy and learning stuff with Tommy, he would make me actually get a big 18 by 24 pad with just like a chunk of charcoal or Conti crayon. And I'll show you what he used to make me do. I don't think I have any newsprint. I'll use this. So he used to make me at arm's length. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'd have my charcoal and I had to draw circles with my whole arm. And I had to lock my elbow because I would always just with the wrist. But he made me hours. I'd be drawing like this. I had to use my whole shoulder just like this because I was so used to drawing from the wrist that I'd be drawing, I'd be trying to draw a circle like this, and I can't even do it now because it's so trained, but I'd be trying to draw a circle like this, with my wrist. And that's not how you do it. You draw it from your shoulder. This is the ketchup song. But that's how I got into drawing with my whole arm. And if you ever see videos of Tommy drawing or painting, you'll notice, even it shows, he's, with it in his lap, he's making big arcs or he's drawing. So it's never from the wrist. It's always tight with the shoulder and the, and your elbow. So that's how you get the steady lines, is because your wrist can only move so far. Yeah. And it's also learning how to maintain proper pressure. And just don't be afraid of it. In terms of a brush pen, anyway. Yeah, my nails actually have grown out because I haven't been doing any welding or working or anything. And I had nail polish on them for a while, so I don't bite my nails when I have nail polish on them. So what do we think of the addition to music? Since I don't have a second anymore. I pretty much found that, yeah. He was, it's funny, because a lot of people, they look at this and they're like, why the fuck haven't you been drawing before this, right? Because the last time I really sat down and drew was, I don't know, years and years and years ago. And it looks okay. It's nothing fancy. But it's funny because I had a fan, ask me why haven't I been a published artist before if I could draw so great? Because I sort of came out of the gate running, so to speak, because I've been training for the last 8 years with Tommy. And I you know, Tommy, when I first, you know, started with him and everything, he destroyed me. And, in terms of, like, you suck, your skill, you need the basics, you know, you need to learn all this stuff. The typical Tommy. Hey, Jen. And, you know, I told them that I had basically spent the last 8 years as a, you know, as like an intern, for lack of a better way to say it. Not an intern, but as an apprentice. Because that's, you know, basically what I did. I've been studying for the last 9 years. And, I took on a couple students of my own recently. One of them's Connor, who normally does the streams with me, and the other one just started like a week or two ago. And you know, I told them, I was talking to them about how Tommy, you know, would tell me to, you know, would tell a normal student, okay, I want you to draw 500 hands or 1,000 hands. And with me, because I was his wife, he says, no, you're my partner, you're my equal, you have to do better. You're going to draw 2,500 hands to start out with. Oh, I normally do 1,000 skulls, 2,000 skulls. So, he was relentless when it came to me. Which I honestly, I can't, oh, I put my finger in the paint. I can't even fault, because from day one, and if you've ever seen us at shows or anything like that, but, you know, from day one, you know, Tommy's motivation was to, he always said this, make sure that I was okay, so when he's gone, he knows I'm taken care of and I know how to run the business. And he was hard on me. He was really hard on me. But look what I can do now. Yeah, I did, so I did 400 gestures to start off with. And then I did, 400 gestures initially, and then I did like 1,000 30-second skulls, 1,000 minute skulls. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I was a little afraid. Oh, I'm switching to Zig Cartoonist Kuretake Sumi Brush ink and just a regular watercolor brush, number 4 round, to do her hair. I gotta scooch my butt. And thank you. I very much appreciate it, you know. Being the battery for this is a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. Because I wasn't expecting it at all. You know, and now I'm everything, you know. I am where Tommy was right before, you know, before he met me. Just like ice, and there's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. Lying about the wreck you hide behind that mask you use. Did you think you'd never win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. If you need to know why I'm still standing, you just fade away. Don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Right, turn this up. I like this song. There we go. After all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you never get hope to win? You talk down the road, leading me in. Cut me down, but if our love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. And don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor. Thanks. And I'm still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. I'm looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna have a minimal color. To me, it's like super loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's gonna have minimal color on it, so it's gonna be black and of course white. I'm gonna add some texture in her white hair. Lips, the cloak, I'm still debating on because the lips are gonna be red, of course. Her nails, are gonna be another color, but I'm debating on making what color I'm gonna make the cloak. I was thinking maybe like that deep blood red that she had in the movie, since I'm going with a younger version. But yeah, I'm going to paint it. I'm keeping it super kind of graphic in terms of colors, because it just kind of has this graphic, you know, stark kind of edge to it. I am not partnered with Twitch yet. When we first joined, we didn't qualify for the partnership because we didn't have enough people. But apparently there's a new affiliate program that I was just informed about that, oh, I'm blocking it. Is that better? Hey, Captain Crunch! There's a new affiliate program, where you have to stream, I think, it was like, it's like 30 hours in the month. And so I have to reach those 30 hours and then I can be a part of the affiliate program and have a subscriber channel and all that fun stuff. Which will be great because I'm really, over the next couple of years, I'm only doing minimal shows. Well, I call them minimal. I'm doing like 15 shows. And, I'm going to be doing, a lot of online stuff because I've got all of the projects that Tommy and I did are still kind of sitting in limbo. So I'm going to be spending the next couple of years, the next 2 years really, getting some of these projects out so we have new material out, Canada is the first show that I'm going to have a lot of new stuff at. And by Canada, I mean February, the C4 horror show in Winnipeg, which I'm not looking forward to in terms of cold. I love the people of Winnipeg. I love all my fans in Winnipeg. Our fans, let me say that. I feel weird saying my fans. So, okay. So there's something interesting that's been going on in the house. Everybody knows about Ghost Tommy. So, and it just happened, which is why I'm telling you guys. So every time I am at the drawing table and I feel that something is going really successfully, you know, and I sort of kind of idly wonder what Tommy would think, you know, but I really like what's going on. I get a whiff of Tommy's cologne, and it literally just happened. And now, the weird thing about this is that Tommy hadn't really worn cologne the last couple of years because, you know, he wasn't well, and, you know, he just lazily didn't want to do it, you know. But, I just got a whiff of Tommy's cologne as I was painting this. So it's like Ghost Tommy telling me that he approves of my my Cruella. And I've cleaned this area of the studio twice since he's passed. And, so I know it's not something that's just kind of hanging out. Like, it's weird. It's awesome, though. And it just happened again. It's weird. Ghost Tommy is reaching beyond the veil. Watch, he's got like some deodorant piece hidden somewhere that I just I'm not even registering. Knowing Tommy, I wouldn't be surprised. I like making hair so dark, so black, like that there's no light, like light just absorbs it. It's one of the reasons why I'm inking this with the Sumi brush ink, because I just really like that effect. Alright, Jesse, I'll be here. I don't even know how long I've been streaming. An hour. It's so stupid. I got the video right here on my phone, but I keep looking over my shoulder at the big screen. Ooh. Jesse was run off by Pink. Yes. I would not be surprised, Jen. That's okay, like, because it's been so long since I've drawn. I'm actually, all of the assignments I give my new student, who's actually going to be potentially, well, he agreed, so let's hope he follows, is true to his word, but, he's going to be helping me at, AwesomeCon. But anyway, all the assignments that I give him, I'm actually doing as well because I'm so rusty with drawing. that I need to get. I gotta get faster so I can do commissions at shows. But I'm so out of practice with it. I'm just so out of practice with it, and I'm lazy. Like, I don't want to take shit back to my room. You know, I want to get laid. So I know I'm not going to do the work when I get back to my room. Assignment days? What do you mean? Oh, where I do the assignments that I give as examples? Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I'm working on my fourth time through Bridgman. And I just gave Cameron the first 20 or the first 50 pages, so. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be a lot of fun. So this will probably be up on eBay tomorrow. I'm going to photograph it and throw it up there. I got a few things up there now. I'm going to list a few more things tomorrow. Although one of the guys I went to high school with is at Disney World, and he's super stoked about me visiting him and going to the park with him at Hollywood Studios. You know? Which is funny. It's kind of weird. I think it's a fame thing. I don't really know. I don't know. I like watching Sumi Brush ink dry because it's in waves. I might also end up working on the Gundam commission I gotta do. I gotta do a Winged Zero. How long will I be painting? I don't know. Usually like 3-4 hours. I don't even know. It's only 8:30. I've only been on for an hour and a half. So probably till like 10:30 usually. But I took a nap before stream and just had some coffee, so I'm going to be up for a while. And I got my music to keep me company. So however long. Until it's done. Hopefully I'm not. Am I blocking this with my... Sorry, I keep double checking to make sure I'm not blocking. Real quick. hate this song. What diesel? I was like, do I know what she's talking about? I don't. There we go. Gotta let that dry for a minute. Oh, this is actually, this is the board from the easel you're talking about, but here, this is a whole new big 4x6 mechanical mechanical engineering table. So the board though is 100% what you're talking about. Yep. But he upgraded actually about a year ago, 2 years ago, when we first started streaming. Is when he upgraded. I keep turning my phone off. Yeah, this one's all fancy. It moves up and down. It's all electric, so it moves up and down. And it changes angles. It's super fancy. Alright. Yeah. Oh, did we figure out what Cruella's makeup was? No? I don't know. It's one of the Aaron chairs. Probably. How long ago was this? It's an Aaron chair. It's got lots of paint on it. Used to have a skull sticker right here. Probably is. Okay. Yeah. He liked his stuff. He was a creature of habit. So this is just straight up watercolor. Burnt sienna with a touch of whatever. Touch of pinkiness. Just to give it more of a porcelain feel. Not really too concerned with the shadows at the moment, because I'm gonna actually paint those in once I paint the rest of this in. But I am using lots of water. So that because I'm not, this is Bristol board, it's not watercolor paper. So it is a bit unforgiving with the watercolor, creating stripes and whatnot. It's one of the reasons why I'm just throwing down the base color first and then working into it. Not so much with the Jack Skellingtons anymore. I think I got kind of burnt out on the Jack Skellingtons, doing more and more shows and painting more and more of them. But there's a couple here and there still. It pretty much looks the same from what I saw of pictures in the farmhouse, which is, I think, where you came in. Yeah, because he, oh shit, I forgot to put her wrist in. This area is a bit different, but the other drawing area that he used to use before we got this table and would set up just a solely painting area is pretty much set up identical to what you would remember. He when he found it, he stuck with it, so. Yeah, the haunted farmhouse? Yeah. Were you one of the girls that had the dreams on the couch? Downstairs? Of the runes burned into the wood and all that? No, not about the stink bugs. But I lived in PA. Alright. That's a good fleshy tone. There was a bunch of girls, you know, Tommy and his women. They all had the same, like, scary nightmare dream when they slept downstairs on the couch in the farmhouse. I didn't know if you were one of those girls or not. Like where the runes were burned into the floor, like this circle of whatever was burned into the floor with like runes, and fire was coming up out of the runes. Yeah, he told me all about that. I thought you were one of the ones that had it. And Primo slept down there to try and have the same dream, but apparently it was only women that had that dream. Did you get a lot of ghost experiences? Yeah. Yeah, he told me all the stories of everything that happened, good and bad and shady and shitty and wonderful at the same time. He never, with me, he never held anything back, so I know everything. Not that I have a problem with it because it was well before me, and what do I have to care about? Um, but, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say. I forget. But anyway, he told me all about that, and, when he moved, he invited the ghosts to come with him to the house to hear. And, not that I didn't believe, but I never just had any sort of experience with supernatural ghosty shit before Tommy. And he invited them back to the house to move with him, and the little girl that used to play with Oscar all the time came, and the soldier that would stand guard at the I think it was the bathroom at the top of the stairs came with him. And interesting enough, I'm totally blocking with my head, I'm sorry. Interestingly enough, they are gone now, which kind of sucks, because the house is like extra empty now. Before, like when you were in the house, and you'd understand this because of the farmhouse, you never felt alone, even when you were alone. I mean, minus the dogs, of course, but you never felt really alone in the house, even in this house. And now it's like awkwardly lonely. Somebody's listening. I hit the thingies. Yeah, so it's weird being in the, like, I'm so used to the house feeling like there's always someone here, and then after Tommy passed, it was like a void. It's a very strange feeling of going from feeling like you're constantly surrounded by people, like not even in a bad way, just like there's somebody else in the other room, to now it's super empty. It feels really weird. But I thought you'd find that interesting since you were privy to that time frame. I'm going to move this up. There we go. Not many people have had experience with houses like what we're talking about. It was the house that Tommy used to live in Pennsylvania before he moved to Florida was one of the most documented haunted houses in America. And it was the second half of a farmhouse that was split into two. And it was a big farmhouse split in half, basically. And the side that he was on people would stay there maybe a week or two or a couple days. And then they'd run out leaving, run out in the middle of the night screaming and leaving. And it turns out that it was a Civil War hospital. It was turned into a civil hospital during the Civil War. And the side that he was on was the hospice side. So basically, it was where they put the soldiers that were going to pass and die. So his house was super, his side of the house was super extra active. And, hold on a minute. There we go. So anyway, sorry, I got business calls coming in. So yeah, he would tell me all about it. Yeah, it was always interesting. And like I said, I didn't not believe, but I had never had real experiences of my own at the time, you know, when I first moved in. And, there was a lot of activity around that man. He attracted a lot of stuff, you know, but it was never anything malicious. But it was always an adventure, I'll tell you that. You know. And it was funny because he warned me before we started dating. He's like, "You believe in ghosts, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Well, stuff happens in the house. Just warning you." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "No, I'm just saying. That kind of stuff happens a lot around me." I'm like, "Okay. Well, I'm fine with it if it does. If it doesn't, okay, that's fine too." Ah! Apparently, it did not like that. Oh no. Cruella's bleeding. Her nose is bleeding. And by that I mean the ink that I used is bleeding. That's no bueno. Oh, fuck, I know exactly what ink that is. Shit. That's the rote ring ink. Oh, that sucks. Well, this is going to be really tight then. It's alright. Oh! I guess she's going to be crying now. It's alright, we'll fix it. Not a big deal. I think I just used it for her eyes. This is what happens when you don't use Sumi brush ink for everything. It's all good. Now he's haunting me. I'm okay with that though. I could use the haunting. I'm lonely. So whatever ink is in the rote ring pen is not waterproof, as we have just now discovered. Which is not a big deal. I just have to be like super extra careful. And let's just avoid that eye area for the moment. Sumi brush ink is waterproof. which is why I use it. And apparently the rote ring does not have the proper ink. So when you're watercoloring and you don't got water-soluble ink, that's the kind of shit that happens. I'm just avoiding it. She'll have a little highlight in there. Sorry, I keep blocking with my head. Honestly, I don't think so. Mostly because I was missing half of his gallery. And I just repaired it. So I'm going to look. I know exactly what he's in. It's called, the print is called Eruption Dragon. And it's a big dragon piece. So I know exactly which piece it is. I just have to find a digital copy of it. There we go. Boom. All right. Now I'm going to try some of this. Excuse me. Red Purell. It is, like I said, it's acrylic ink. So it's basically like super watered down acrylics, for lack of a better way to say it. Where can I put this? Oh, perfect. I can put it right there. I've never painted with this before. The only time I've actually ever used it was to dye my one, but anyway. All right. So, here's a cool thing. So as you can see, my ink bled out a lot. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring it up closer. Can you guys see that? On the nose. So for those of you who are still tuned in that are artists and still watching and listening, so I avoided that as much as I could once I figured out what that shit's going on. And I'm actually going to go back in and do her makeup to kind of keep that smoky feel. I'm not going to do it with paint now. What I'll end up doing is going back in with colored pencil and doing that. Because I do believe that the little line, the super thin line that's in there, is also the rote ring. So I'd rather just, instead of messing it up more, I'm just going to go in with colored pencil and fix all that. And once I put the shadowing in, you know, some of this more pencil kind of shadow, you'll see that you won't even notice it. Oh, I lost my, is this still black? Yes. Yay. Let's play some more music. Taylor Swift. Let's try this. I favor us, you know, I bounce, but tonight I'm favoring the 6 rounds. Right now I'm using a Escoto with the acrylic ink, which is a high-end brush. Hey, Shakar, how you doing? Long time no see. How's school going?
And I'll write your name. Boys, only one love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Boys, only one love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the games.
That's some red.
They'll take this way too far, it'll leave you breathless, or even a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane, but I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your
Right?
name.
On a hot summer night, would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses?
Will he offer me his mouth?
Yes.
Will he offer me his hump? Oh, I always mess that up. Will he offer me his jaws?
Yes.
Will he offer me his hunger? Again, will he offer me his hunger?
Yes.
And will he starve without me?
Yes.
And does he love me?
On a hot summer night, would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses?
Yes. I bet you say that to all the boys. Gotta love meatloaf. It was a pencil. It was a pencil, it was a pencil drawing, and then I inked it, and then I inked it, with a brush pen, and then a brush and some watercolors after. Now I'm just debating on what I want to do with the what I want to do with this. Like maybe do polka dots and then red. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I make the fur red, or should I do polka dots like Dalmatian fur? Like I was thinking of maybe just doing, like, you know, adding a line, you know, like she's holding it closed and one side of the stole is Dalmatian and the other side is, I don't know. What do you guys think? See how this works. Oh, no way. That's way too... Let's do this slow. I'm gonna ponder that while I do some background color. Oh, let me see if this... I got my palette to keep demons out. Ooh, all this is still good. Awesome. Smelly palette. Some of it's not good, but let's take this piece. Oh, I must have been where you were kissing me. You took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, it must have been while you were kissing me. You took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, it must have been. Fuck you. Ah! Asshole. I woke up on the wrong side of the floor. Made my way through the front door. Anybody still in there? I'm using Viridian Hue. Alright. For her background. Fireplace. As she falls on me. While I debate on what I want to do with the background or her fur. Thanks, Justin. It's funny, Tommy and I are very much the same, probably because I, am the sequel. But pieces that we're really enjoying, we take much longer on than pieces that, we just gotta get done. Yeah, I'm still debating on the stole, what I want to do. Part of me wants it to be completely red, and the other half, the other half wants me to do, Dalmatian polka dots. Because but I don't know yet. I haven't decided. And then I was thinking of maybe just splitting the difference and doing half polka dots, Tenacious D. Half polka dots, how, doing polka dots here, the Dalmatian dots, and then red on this side.
This is the greatest and best.
Because you got the white. Make it dual. Not really sure yet. Still debating.
Long time ago, me and my brother Kyle here. We was hitchhiking down
I got Tenacious D on.
Lonesome Road.
shined a shiny demon in the middle of the road. And he said, "Play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your souls." Me and Kyle, we looked at each other. Can you guys hear this? We're gonna turn it up because I like this song. Okay. And we played the first thing that came to our heads. Just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3. It was destiny. Once every 100,000 years or so, when the sun doth shine and the moon doth glow and the dust doth roll.
Needless to say, the beast was stunned.
A whip crack with his whipper tail.
And the beast was stunned. He asked us,
"Be you angels?" And we said nay. We are but men. Rock. This is not the greatest song in the world. No. This is just a tribute. Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No. This is a tribute to the greatest song in the world. Oh, hey guys. In the world. I love that David Grohl is the devil in this, in the video. And then he is also in Pick a Destiny. It's awesome. I love that. Particular thing is, my friends, the song on that fateful night, it didn't actually sound anything like this song. This is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, and I wish you were there. Just a matter of opinion. Good God, God love you. Oh yeah, he is. That's right. I forgot about that. Alright. Forgot about that. He is in the video. Alright, this is what we're going to do since I can't decide. So we're going to just add a more of a scene here.
sometimes something beautiful happens in this world. You don't know how to express yourself, so you just gotta sing. I just had
There. Okay, this does not want to stay. This is the music I listen to. We listen to. Stop. Stay. It was the best. This is what I do. Ever. Stay. Alright. Well, I 100% know that I want that to be red. I don't know about that side yet. Maybe Dalmatian. We'll see what this looks like and then I'll decide from there. That
Good, the best 30 seconds of my life. I'm so humbled by a girl's ability to let me do it.
Don't say I have sex with a pile of manure. Girls better and she couldn't bring the machine in my turtleneck sweater. Doesn't matter how
But I cried the whole time. I think she might have been a racist. She put a bag on my head.
Oliver. Tommy loved this song. Loved this song. And the music video. So I have this on my playlist in tribute to Tommy. Give me a minute, Oliver. I'll be right there. Yeah. He changed his music taste like every 2 minutes. Although, I got him out of fucking playing Daddy Yankee. Oh my god. I could not stand Daddy Yankee. Right back, I gotta get dog who keeps crying. Oliver, what do you want? Let's go. Come on. Go. No! Go lay down. Come on. Whiny dog. I'm loving this red. Hero red. Milo. Thanks. Yeah, too bad he's not actually Puerto Rican. No, I couldn't stand Daddy Yankee. I just couldn't do it. He would always put it on and every song sounds the same. So even though I'm filling in this big giant space. I'm still using brushstroke, like, kind of fur to try and mimic, because I'm not going to get this completely even. So I'm trying to go with the crest of the fur to kind of add. Drawing the fur was really rather hard, actually. It's why I did it in pencil first. Just because to get that kind of organic feel at first, it was pretty hard to kind of mimic. Hopefully I'm not blocking this with my head. My hand's shaking a little bit. Yeah? Do you think I should leave, like, this side? I think I should. I kind of like the duality. And I'm going to put maybe dots and dots. Dalmatian dots. What do you think? On this side? Now that I've splattered her face with the red paint, I don't know if I should just make the whole thing red. More the better. Yep. I keep smelling Tommy's cologne. I just smelled it for like the third or fourth time just now. Ooh, I could splatter it, yeah. Could splatter the dots, the Dalmatian dots. Yeah. I've been smelling it all night, like off and on all night. And I wonder, you know, like, half of me is like, well, I'm smelling it so often, you know, that there's got to be something. Almost done with the red. Why did you turn? That was weird. Why did you go down? Oh. The phone automatically lowers the volume if you listen to it for too long, too loud, because it thinks I have headphones in. All right. Let me clean this. I need to change my water. It's black. And then I'll come back and... I think I will do Dalmatian dots on this side. I like that idea. I shall return momentarily. Castillo. You can look it up if you have Spotify. My playlist is public. It's called Sammy Work Mix. I'll type it in real quick. There you go. It's got like everything and anything. If I like it, I throw it on there. And it's mostly, minus the Etta James album, it's mostly upbeat like songs to work with. And normally when I'm working, it's a lot louder and I'm usually singing with it. I have to, you be right back.
Should I try to hide the way I feel inside my heart for you? Would you say that you would try to love me too? In your mind, could you ever be really close to me? I can tell the way you smile. If I feel that I could be certain, then I would say the things I want to say tonight. But till I can see that you'd really care for me, I will dream.
I have returned.
That someday you'll be.
What did I do with my gummy snacks?
I can tell the way you smile.
We're reaching midstream. I'm getting hungry. Well, I don't know how long have we been going on? 2 hours, almost 3. I'm gonna finish this. So probably another half hour, 10:30ish. I'll stop. I can friggin' open these things. Apple orchard mix medley. Alright. Let's look up what the Dalmatian dots look like. I don't want that song. You babe.
We are searchlights we can see in the dark.
Dalmatians. Alright, images.
Rockets pointed up at the stars.
Alright. Just
We are
random ass spots everywhere.
millions of beautiful hearts. And you sold us down the river too far. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever after?
That's hilarious. They do actually just look like ink splotches.
What about all the plans that ended in disaster?
Alright.
What about love? What about trust? What about us?
There aren't enough.
We are problems
Okay.
that want to be solved.
This is what we do.
We are children that need to be loved.
I need this.
We're willing, we came when you called.
What did he do with my scissors? Ghost Tommy.
What about us?
This works.
You said you had the answer. What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster?
You had some dull ass knives, my love. killing me with this thing. Oh, I give up. That knife sucked. Jeez, honey. Just want a straight line, asshole. That's close enough, I guess. Alright, so what we're going to end up doing, because they are just big splatters, I'm literally just going to take ink and splatter it. But I don't want to necessarily, you know, get it all over her face. So I'm actually going to blue tape this on here. I don't really care about the hair because it's black. Doesn't matter. I am going to cover her hand though, this part here, and then I'll do it more controlled over there. Or I'll just draw some on closer. Which actually fits quite perfectly right there. And whatever comes our way, I know it could happen. It's a world in love embrace. Follow the guns that once said it's love in space. Awesome. Right. Now then. I don't know where my ink droppers went. Thought I had black. Here it is. Ha-ha! Yes. Okay. So, give me this. I'm going to just. Hi. You guys see that? Did it just get super dark? Hold on a minute. How's that? Alright. So I'm taking P.H. Martin's Fine Liquid Watercolor because it's got a dropper. eyedropper doesn't want to work for me. There we go. Oliver, go lay down. Go. Dog. Ready? Whoops. That's all right. Hey, something sold. These are kind of coming out a little too perfect, so I'm trying to splatter it. Trying to splatter it so that it looks better. Join that one a bit. I need one like right there. Yeah, there you go. That one needs to be extended. All right. Now we just gotta wait for it to dry. All right. There's a lot of ink on this that I don't want to shift around too much. But since it was so controlled, I'll use my boobs to hold it up. I could probably get away with doing a drop or two over here without too much issue. I just gotta tape it down first. Ugh. No. 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 There we go. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. There we go. Girl, you just don't realize what you're doing to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing. That's a little too perfect. That you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine. Blood from you, girl, but I don't need no cure. I just stay affecting if I can. Now I just gotta stand here, sit here. When we're all alone, keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. You know what was in? Let's see if we can. Those perfect ones are changed a little bit. I don't think I have the hairdryer plugged in. Alright, but I need that. As I just apparently we're going to be working flat for a little while. Hold on, I gotta... Oliver's barking at me, hold on. I got you, Oliver. Come on. Where are you? Come here. Come here. I love you. Woo! I have returned. Alright. I'm just using a metallic marker crayon, the crayon dash. I don't know what color it is, but it's gold. I mean, I know what color it is. Obviously, it's gold, but I'm just gonna use it to kind of color in this bracelet while these dry. No. Nope. There we go. That's sweet. Oh yeah, still way too wet. But I think I'm going to help matters a little bit. I'm absorbing some of the excess pigment. It's a good idea you had, Jesse. Interactive art. Huzzah! gonna tape this down so it's not moving too much on me. I'm gonna do her makeup with the colored pencils. Yeah, it really is. Alright, now I just gotta look her up here. Let's see. Cruella de Vil. Glenn Close was awesome as Cruella. Alright, and then she's got green makeup. What about in the cartoon? Green. 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 She's got green makeup in the cartoon. So that's what we shall do. What color were her eyes, though? I didn't even look. Well, there it's yellow. Let's see what color. She didn't actually have a color. What color do you think we should make her eyes? Can you guys see that okay? I'm kind of working top down because I don't want those drips to move anywhere.
Stand up until we see the sun and baddest ever. Swear she do it better than I ever seen it done. Never pause, she ain't never long. That's when she told me she ain't never, ever, ever, ever gonna be on.
I'm lighting on my feet. And that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. I'm dancing on my own.
Looking at it from sideways is weird.
The moves about to go. And that's what they don't know. That's what they don't know. But I keep cruising. Can't stop, won't stop grooving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the players gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake.
Working at a weird angle. Sorry.
Hey, just think while you've been getting down and out about the liars and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world, you could have been getting down to this.
Tell you one thing. Any girl that I draw is gonna have fucking perfect makeup. Think I can get away with this. I see a couple. Hold on. Sorry, I'm. Well, that's what happens when you're you were a makeup artist for 10 years. In theory, these have dried enough where I can do this.
For everybody, it's Christmas.
Ta-da! Yeah. Let me get a new napkin. Hold on, there's a couple that are gonna. It is. Well, when you draw eyes like that, right, Jen? I gave her contouring too. There's a few that are just like on the edge of dripping that I'm trying to get. I don't really need all the pigment that I deposited. I just needed the shape. So, I'm just absorbing the excess pigment so that this can dry without dripping everywhere.